Hey, Joey Starr here, and welcome back to Star Rock, where it's always about rock music. Today I'll be talking about the German power metal band Gamma Ray. Gamma Ray was formed in 1989 from the city of Hamburg. Wait, what's that? Hamburg, you say? Why, that's where another great power metal band called Helloween is from. Yes, it's true, but that is no coincidence because Gamma Ray was put together by none other than Kai Hansen, who is a founding member of Helloween. Let the comparisons begin! I really didn't know anything about Gamma Ray, not even of their existence, until I had stumbled upon an article in a music sharing blog about the Hellish Rock Tour from 2007 to 2008. The article had caught my eye because it was the tour in which Helloween was supporting their release Gambling with the Devil, which is an excellent album, and Gamma Ray was also on the bill. The article included links to the Gothenburg show, so naturally I had to listen. At first I had skipped ahead to Helloween's set because that was my whole reason for following this rabbit hole. But a quick glance at the set lists revealed that Gamma Ray included a song called Ride the Sky. A song called Ride the Sky, and they're on tour with Helloween? That can't be a coincidence. Let me get a listen. So I listened to the track, and not only was it a cover of the Helloween song with the same name, but I was astounded by how much the singer sounded like Kai Hansen, who sang the original version just a couple of decades earlier. Duh! It's not a tumor! Obviously, I ended up listening to the rest of the show and figured out why it sounded just like Kai. Thought it was pretty damn cool that Kai had his own power metal band and was getting on well enough with his former bandmates to tour together. I then made a soft vow to myself to look them up and check out their material one day, but did not actually do so until a couple of years ago. Apparently, I needed a little time. Having devoured most of Gamma Ray's catalog in a short span of time has revealed to me two important facts about Kai Hansen. The first is how integral he was to Helloween's sound and continued greatness. The second is how and why he's so important to the history of power metal. Sure, he was literally there at the very beginning of Helloween, writing most of the material, playing those genre-defining riffs, singing everything in the beginning, and later contributing to the background vocals, but remaining heavily involved in the shaping of their sound into what would become the power metal standard. That much has always been understood, but in a band like Helloween, every member is at the top of their game. There was never room for a slouch in any of the band roles, as only top caliber musicians would have the ability to even keep up. And as such, Kai leaving after a mere 4 years in the band didn't stop Helloween from forging ahead and continuing to be successful, aside from a couple of ups and downs that all long-term bands go through, of course. So until I knew later, I didn't have a lot of reason to give much thought beyond that Helloween started at point A and just kept going on like a lot of other bands have. Perseverance is how you play the long game, right? But listening to Gamma Ray's many albums and seeing what Kai has done consistently without his former bandmates and maintaining elements of what made Helloween magical during his time with them was a real eye-opener for me. Yes, he has and had different bandmates to help him along the way, great musicians who contributed to the Gamma Ray sound, evolution, and most importantly, held their own to keep up with Kai. But when I heard the song structures, the melodic hooks, the energy, and the power emanating from as many releases as his former bands were putting out in parallel, it became quite clear to me that not only was my favorite power metal band missing something from their sweet period, but that something was in Kai's hands and he was running the ball. To my other point, while there are many versions as to why Kai left Helloween when he did, the bottom line was that he was starting over. And from scratch, he was able to build back up and create a second legacy with Gamma Ray, another power metal band that heavily influenced what the subgenre is today. If you will, he is like the Dave Mustaine of power metal. And it is because of his work with both bands and contributions that he made with other power metal heavy hitters like Blind Guardian and Iron Savior that he is often known as the godfather of power metal. When I listen to Gamma Ray, it's like I have slid into another dimension where Helloween had continued the band orientation that was started in the first two releases with the direction and momentum that was built for the first two Keeper of the Seven Key albums. But the best thing is that this is not another dimension, and therefore I get to enjoy what Kai has done outside of Helloween, alongside what Helloween has done without him, and now with him, since they have reunited. And I don't even have to worry about that pesky timer running out and leaving me stranded on a different world for 29.7 years. Sliders. For those who have never heard Gamma Ray before, I would describe them as powerful, fast, melodic, high energy, majestic, sometimes over the top, At times a bit dark, but always sincere. The heavy metal equivalent of riding a dragon at top speed and dashing through the thick clouds without a care of what is on the other side. This is not the band you want to start with if you're new to heavy metal, but if you already have a taste for fast-paced melodic guitars, powering drums, and high-range vocals, then put on some Gamma Ray and hang on. My star picks for Gamma Ray include Lust for Life, Heaven Can Wait, Real World, Master of Confusion, and Send Me a Sign.
Send me a sign. For too long you kept me waiting. Send me a sign.
Gamma Ray is a power metal band from Germany formed by Halloween founding member Kai Hansen in the very late 1980s. With this project, he not only illustrated how much he drove his previous band, but also his talent to create, succeed in, and impact power metal as if he owned that. If you follow my vlog channel, link down below in the description, then you heard me say this before, but I will say it again. If you're a fan of Halloween, then you need Gamma Ray in your life. I will add to that Gamma Ray will show you what you have been missing all this time that you couldn't quite put your finger on. If you like Gamma Ray, you may also enjoy Blind Guardian, Hammerfall, Master Plan, and in case you haven't been paying attention, Halloween. Let me know in the comments below what your thoughts are on Gamma Ray, Kai Hansen, and power metal in general. Alright, links for more information and where to purchase some of the material I mentioned are in the description box below. Thanks so much for watching Starr Rock. Be sure to like, share, subscribe, and stalk. Laters!